Hey guys, welcome back to A Little Less Lisa. So this is the second time I'm filming this video. I filmed it once before earlier today on my regular camera as opposed to my phone that I'm filming on right now, and the whole thing was in slow-mo and there was no sound. So that's super cool. I filmed 3 videos that way. So yeah, it's been a great day. So I'm gonna try to quickly refilm this video and edit it so I can get it up for you guys because it's already late and yeah. So if you're new here, my name is Lisa and this channel is all about my health, wellness, fitness, weight loss journey. I am currently in maintenance right now, so I'm sort of past the weight loss phase of this journey, but this is where I tell you about how my week went, whether I stumbled at all or had some, challenges, things like that. What went well, all of those kind of things. So yeah, with that, let's get into week 33. So for those of you who are new, a little background. I am a 57-year-old postmenopausal woman. I am about 5'6", just slightly over 5'6", but let's just call it 5'6". I used to be taller, but I've shrunk, and anyway, the problems of getting older. But anyway, like I said, I am postmenopausal, so I've gone through that whole thing. And I have recently lost a little over 50 pounds, and I have done that through diet, exercise, and the help of a GLP-1 medication. Specifically, I take tirzepatide, which is the active medicine that is in the brand name Mounjaro and Zepbound. So I started this journey at the very end of March, and as a little background, I had lost a significant amount of weight, almost 90 pounds, back in 2005, and pretty well maintained that weight loss until like 2018, 2019, somewhere in that area. And I then started gaining weight. And I think it was a result of just my body, hormonal changes, things like that, menopause, going through perimenopause, then menopause, and all those things that a woman's body does as as we get older. So I, like I said, kind of gained quite a bit of weight, and everything that I tried to do that I had done in the past that worked every time stopped working. I used to be able to drop 10 pounds in, a month, maybe 6 weeks, somewhere around there, because, occasionally in that like 13, 14 years that I maintained that large weight loss, I might go up 10 pounds or so, and then I say, okay, Lisa, put the brakes on. You need to reel it back in and do something about it. And it would, like I said, generally take me no more than 2 months to take off 10 pounds. Well, now when I'm trying to do it, I could go 2 months and maybe lose a pound, lose half a pound. It was ridiculous, and I just wasn't able to do it. And so I had a couple friends who I recently saw were going on compounded versions of the medicine, and I thought, hey, maybe this would be something for me. And so I started it at the very end of March. I started my journey on the medicine at just right about 184 pounds. It was technically 183.8. We'll just round up and call it 184 pounds. Anyway, so like I said, I have been on this journey and I have been quite successful at it. It's been great. I did wait until about week 5, I think it was, when I posted my first video on kind of my history and that I was on this medicine, because honestly, I didn't know if it would work for me. Yes, I had seen all sorts of fantastic videos on YouTube and especially on TikTok and Instagram, but here I was, a 57-year-old, I guess at the time, technically when I started, I was 56 still. My birthday's in the beginning of April, but I just didn't know if it would work for me, and I wasn't comfortable putting it out into the internet until I knew whether or not it was going to work, which is, maybe a little bit of cowardness on my part, but, this is a very emotional, and this topic is fraught with a lot of controversy. And so I guess I didn't really feel like I wanted to put that out there into the whole world if I didn't need to, and deal with comments and things that, you know, may have been negative, etc. So like I said, I was week 5, I believe, when I posted my first video, and here we are, week 33. So how did it go? It went fine. For those of you who watched my check-in video last week, you know that I was a little bit under my maintenance range. So for those of you who are new, I'm not giving you my specific weight anymore, because honestly, I'm really not focused on my weight. It made sense when I was in my weight loss journey. You know, you guys know I've lost about 50 pounds, and so I have set a maintenance range. It's kind of a couple pounds below where I landed, and then a few pounds over. So it's sort of like a 5-pound range that I have set on my Renpho scale app. And I weigh in once a week, and it tells me whether I'm under my maintenance range, in my maintenance range, or over my maintenance range. And I just figured that's probably what I should report to you all, because like I said, the number itself really doesn't mean anything to me, because everybody's weight fluctuates within a week, within a month, within whatever. What, you know, you lose weight down to whatever your goal weight is, if you have a goal weight. And it's not like you stay exactly that weight, right? Your body naturally fluctuates. So like I said, it doesn't kind of make sense to talk about exactly what weight I was this week versus last week versus next week, because if I'm within a range that I'm comfortable with, then that's kind of all that matters. So yeah, I am back, like I said, in my maintenance range. Last week I was a little below maintenance, and I think that was as a result of having a couple days where I was super nauseous and didn't really, I really wasn't able to eat very much those 2 days. So I think that's what it caused. And I mentioned last week that I was fairly sure that I would be back into my maintenance range this week, and I was. So that's great. As far as exercise is concerned, I did my last of my 8-week sesh app fitness thing. The 8-week session, I guess, I did my last workout of that. So there are 4 workouts in each week. So I did my 4th workout of the 8th week, and that finished that series. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, I belong to the telehealth company Fridays Health, and if you are a patient of theirs, you have free access to a workout routine that was developed specifically for GLP-1 journey members, I guess. There's both an at-home and a gym version of the workout, and if you are a patient of Fridays Health, you get access to this 8-week workout plan for free. So I do, like I said, get my medicine through Fridays Health. I do happen to be an advocate for them. So if you are looking for a telehealth company, I think they are fantastic. They look at patients from a holistic perspective and treat all different parts of what it really takes to be successful on this journey. And I have also recently filmed a video of how I lost over 50 pounds, and I talk about that in that video. But if you're looking, like I said, for a telehealth company for either compound or prescription name brand medication, because they can help you through the insurance prior authorization process. They can also help you with appeals if for some reason they get denied. They have a whole insurance concierge team, which is fantastic, and that's all they do all day, every day. Then use the code LISA, and that will save you $20 on your first month. There's always a link in my description box, and the code is in there, so you can feel free to use it at any time. But I think that Fridays is fantastic. And one of the things I love is that I got access to this workout whole routine, 4 days a week for 8 weeks, that I could do at my own pace. And I didn't have to worry about, okay, what do I do now? How many reps should I be doing? What is the form for that? Like, everything is in the app. There are videos in the app. It's amazing. I love it. And I think I'm actually going to move now and do the at-home version and see. I think they're pretty much the same workouts, but there will probably be a little bit of differences because obviously, in places where machines were required when you were in the in-gym version, they have to make some modifications for the at-home. And since We don't have a whole lot of equipment in my gym, in my building. You know, there were already some things that I had to make modifications for. So yeah, I just thought it would be fun. I'm gonna do another 8 weeks and do the at-home version and see how that goes. So I'm excited about that. So I did that workout. I did a Pilates class, and I think I also did one arm workout. I think I did like the last arm workout, the Pilates, and then the leg one. So yeah, I think it went well. I'm very excited about my progress there. And other than that, things were fine. I mean, my mom was still here. I am, please do not misunderstand. I do not begrudge her being here and, taking care of her during her recovery period. But it did sort of wreak a little bit of havoc on, my own kind of routine of things. So I'm hoping that now that she is no longer staying with us, that I can get back into my routine and sort of what I eat more on a daily basis. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. But the point is, I'm hoping that now that I'm sort of back in some sense of normalcy, that I can get back to tracking my protein, tracking my water. That's really all I'm going to track. And yeah, and see how things go. So yeah, that's kind of how this last week went. I guess one last quick thing that I wanted to mention, because somebody made a comment on the rapid fire GLP-1 Q&A that I posted last week, that they had wished that when I talked about the milligrams, the dosage that I was taking with my medicine, that I mentioned how many units that I was taking. Now, I did respond to this person in the comments, but I just wanted to talk about it again here because I think it's really important. And if you guys watched my check-in video from a couple weeks ago, where I talked about almost sort of overdosing and taking too much medicine, is really important here. And that's why we don't talk about units or, how many units we take for a particular injection, because it's all different. You guys, it depends on the pharmacy, it depends on how they're compounding it, the strength of it, how much active ingredients there is in relation to, the sterile water or whatever that they use to compound it in. So it's all different. So for example, when I was getting my medicine from Hallandale, which is where most of my prescriptions came from during my journey, they were all like kind of what I would call a 1-to-1 ratio, right? So when I was taking 2.5, I withdrew 25 units, right? So 2.5, 25. Okay, when I was on 5 milligram, I withdrew 50 units. But I've heard of many pharmacies, I think Red Rock, for example, that you don't have to, like when you get to the 15 milligrams. So for example, at Hallandale, if I ever got up past 10 milligrams, you would have to use 2 syringes, right? So you would withdraw 100 units out of the vial, and then you would withdraw in another syringe 25 units, right, to get the 12.5. Well, Red Rock, my understanding, compounds in a way that if you're on 15 milligrams, you only withdraw like 75 units. So it's not a 1-for-1, and whatever units somebody is withdrawing is based on how their pharmacy compounded it, and you should always look. And that was my huge takeaway from that video a couple weeks ago, that I was just used to 1-for-1, and I never even looked to see what I was supposed to be withdrawing for this particular pharmacy that I got this medicine from. And as it turned out, my 5 milligrams, I was supposed to only withdraw 21 units. I had withdrawn 50 units. So like I said, it could really, really be a bad thing if you are withdrawing, based on units and you think that corresponds to your dosage. Please, please don't do that. If somebody tells you how many units they're injecting, please do not assume that that's the number of units that you should inject. You should look at every single vial you get, whether you've gotten it from the same pharmacy for the last 6 months. I don't care. Read it, because especially now that we're having some challenges to the compounding world, A lot of these pharmacies are using different formulas and adding B12 or adding B6 or adding niacinamide or something. And so that dosage is going to change. And they also are doing it so that they're not giving you 5 milligrams anymore of a dosage. They're giving you 4.5 maybe, or instead of 7.5, they're giving you 7, because in order to sort of legally compound, it has to be different than what you can get through the name brand drug, right? So if you are on Zepbound, you can't take 7 milligrams, you can only take 7.5. But let's say your body doesn't do well with 7.5, but it does well with 7, so now they can compound it. Does that all make sense? So anyway, I just thought I would address that here. Like I said, I did address it in the comments directly with that person, but I just wanted to reiterate it here because I think it's a really, really important point. So that's it, guys. That's how week 33 went. Nothing really super eventful. Like I said, I'm just hoping to kind of get back on track and back into my routine this week. And so, I'm hoping that I can tell you that I really did well with my protein and water this week. So fingers crossed we can do that. Hopefully it will go better than filming this video the first time around. But thanks so much for watching. Please let me know in the comments below how your journey is going. I love to hear how you all are doing. And like I said, if you have any questions, I'm here to try to help. Obviously, not a doctor, not a medical provider, can't give medical advice, but I'm happy to share my experience to see if that can help you in any way. So leave those in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, I would love it if you would give it a thumbs up. And if you enjoy this kind of content, I would love to see you back here. So if you haven't subscribed, please click the subscribe button down below and the notification bell. That way you know whenever I upload videos, which is going to be maybe a little more sporadic coming up over the next really till the end of the year, because my husband and I are going on a very big trip to Asia in a few weeks. And so my uploading schedule, I'm trying to pre-film a whole bunch of things for you guys. Obviously there will not be any check-in videos while I'm gone because I won't weigh myself. I would never weigh myself on vacation. I think that's ridiculous. Stay tuned. I do have a video filmed that will go over sort of how I plan on handling this trip. So stay tuned for that. But like I said, click the notification bell and that way you'll be notified anytime I upload a video. If you haven't had enough of me yet, there'll be another video over here in the corner for you to watch. And remember, kindness and hate spread the same. The choice is yours. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.